Okay, do you see that button? That's a button I invented. It's called an ergo button. And it's comfortable to the hand at all angles of attack. And I make those on a 1946 South Bend lathe. But you know, the winter's coming to an end, and I kind of have it kind of covered up right now, so I'm going to kind of uncover it and lubricate it, run it, and just, you know, I'll talk to you a little bit about the story of where it came from. And that product got invented, I'm trying to think, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and I created it. By the way, I'll show you this. I do bikes as a hobby too. This is a 1976 Schwinn Latour 3, and it's been tricked out. You know, I did the lapping thing to the bearings, and it has a new set of handlebars, and you know, a real nice gear set here and shifter that allow me to get up to hills easy, and it's just a real comfy bike. These were 2 years the Schwinns were made in Japan, and they were actually superior machines in terms of the frame. And so, you know, I bought one for like 40 bucks, a red one, tricked it out, and then I wanted the orange because that's a nice color. This is a tandem, and I'll go ahead and put this here. Oh. Okay, that's a tandem. And then, so I had the idea of the button because I did not like the button on the Seidel Saxony because it's concave and it's not comfortable to the hand. I don't care how you hit it. I didn't like that. So I thought, and initially I just kind of filled in that curved area on the button with some plastic wood, which is all I had, and that was a real half-assed approach, but it actually worked, and I thought, you know, so I got hooked up with this guy who was a professional working on trumpets and saxophones, and he did all kinds of wind instruments. That's all he worked on, and tricked him out. And he had one of these, and he made the first few prototypes for me. He did a good job. I'm going to run this here in a sec. Well, I think I'll go ahead and lubricate it while I'm talking to you. Again, 1946, South Bend. This is an 8-inch lathe or something like that. I don't know. How about a close-up here? You want to come take a look? It's a great tool. That's the rotary part right there that twirls, and then this thingy here, you know, I can go in, out, here, so, and then I got, you know, this is left and right, in and out on an angle a little, and then this is this little one. So you control this cutting shape right here onto this will be the button, see? And this is a very safe chuck. You can't really catch clothing on it. You got to be really careful with these lathes because they will grab you if you're not careful. So anyway, this guy made a few prototypes of the buttons, and they were a decent shape. He knew what he was doing. He was a pretty good guy. And then he just didn't want to do it anymore, you know? And it was like, well, how was I going to get them? And I figured, they got these little holes. I suppose you're interested in this. You wouldn't be watching. See those little holes? These little holes here, that's a little hole. All these are oiling spots. This is a belt-driven unit. Back in the day, I don't know what the best angle is. That's kind of a good angle. What do you think? Okay, it's got a nice solid table, and then this is a tray that I have to catch the goop. This is stuff here to clean my hand off. And it's not dirty because it's covered all the time. And so anyway, I figured, you know, that I was going to have to get one and do them myself. So I found one of these, and it was in really good shape. You know, it's still precise. Everything's cool. And so I got it and had it delivered and learned. I took one lesson. I had a guy come over and who had spent his life machining. And he showed me a little bit how to use them. He also almost killed me. He was a stupid person, and he had been a pro, but it was many years since he actually had done things right. He turned on a torpedo heater in a closed garage, and those put out carbon monoxide. And I said, well, what are you doing? And he said, well, you know, I run this thing to keep warm. I said, those are supposed to have fresh air at all times. I said, you could kill us both. I never talked with him again. I thought he was a nut. But there's a lot of people that just don't get the safety aspect of things. And I'll tell you what, those are the ones that get really pretty badly messed up. And I don't kid around with the safety stuff because you can get killed. This stuff, they're great to have, but by gum, you better run them right. Okay, now some of the holes have little teeny caps on them. So like this one, you know, I come here and fill it up. I can see if it's full. I'm coming here. That one's just a drop hole. This one's a drop hole. This one's a drop hole. This one's a drop hole. That one I got. This one I got. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I got here. Did I hit everything that I want to hit? Nope. Up here. Now these guys need more oil. So I put it in until it tops off. I have two kinds of oil, thin and a little thicker. For these applications, a thin one. Let's get this thing running. And all I want to do is just kick some oil around on this. I'm very partial to this machine. I like it. It kind of, it's just a lot of fun to work with. It's a nice machine. I like it. Okie dokie. And what we do is we set the belt like that. And let's take a look here at, let me see. Did I make a mistake here? Well, I don't know. That's weird. Could be, you know what it could be? It could be that the light's not on in the garage. That might make a difference. That might control the power. Oh, wrong one. Clearance here. There's two plugs. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, it's just running. I'm just letting it, you know, run. And then these are called the ways here. You could remember it by saying, oh, this is the way it moves, you know? If I come here, oil, 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 oil. There are many different chucks that hold these. This particular type is very, very safe. It's very difficult to get hurt. So you want to run a lathe on oil. You don't want metal touching metal. You want it to run on a thin layer of oil. And so, you know, oil, forgot him, huh? Come over here. Every surface gets hit. That goes like that goes like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, everything should feel soupy when it's right. Okay. This cover goes right here. So I'll show you how it would cut. I'm not going to cut, but I'll show you how it would be done. Let's come here, here, and come to here. A little tighter, and I'll bring us out here. Okay, so I can use this tool to bring this thing close to cutting, and then of course I would change its angle a little bit to line up the cutting tool with the center of this hole, and you just kind of loosen this up and tap it. So that alignment has to be good. And my cutting tool is actually, if you look at it, it's a custom-made thingy. And it's round, see what I mean? Right there, it's round and it's sharp. And I'll sharpen that sometimes, you know? And so, what I would do is, now it's lined up to the center, and I can go left and right, I can go forward and back, and then I can position just the overall unit with this thing here too. And but these are the two I use, so you know you're going in and out, and this way, and that axis, and this cuts on the what would be the y-axis. This is the x. And you can cut any 3D shape you want, okay? And why don't I just give you a little demonstration? I can do that for you and let you know how this